When my rude girl, them who support me. We gon' match up them man in the party. We gon' make them ball out for mercy. All who can handle it.
What's up, YouTube? It is your girl BK Syndicate. I am back for another Love After Lockup review. Before we get into things, I just need to let it be clear, let it be known. YouTube took down my last Love After Lockup review. That was episode 15. It was up for a few days, and then YouTube then out of nowhere took down my video for harassment. It's very weird to me that they took down my video for me harassing a TV show. And if you guys don't know, I have done several Love After Lockup reviews, and I have never gotten anything for harassment, not even a copyright strike, nothing. No, I have not violated any community guidelines at all. It seems now that out of nowhere that this video got pinged for harassment, and I don't know if it's because someone watched me and talked and saw me going in on Chance and they didn't like it, or they didn't like the fact that I was going in on Joynomi and Red. It's probably one of the two, because I'm pretty sure that those are the only two people that since I've been doing these videos, that I've been really going the hardest on. And it just feels like maybe someone that was fat got in their feelings that I was calling Joynomi and Red two big ass whales. I don't really care. But as I can tell, like, YouTube is really like taking over for the sensitivity. Is like, we're not doing freedom of speech no more, because it seems like any little thing that you can say now is for harassment. So I guess now I have to be more tamer with how I go in on Joynomi and Red and Chance and stuff like that, because clearly people are very, very sensitive Nancy's and sensitive Susans, Karens, and they seem to be very upset that I said something, and I try to fight with YouTube. I try to get my video put back up. YouTube still ruled in the favor of it being harassment of community guidelines. I don't have any copyright strikes, but it was a guidelines warning that they put on me. So next time someone tries to do that or whatever it is, then most likely that. But let's go on with the with this review. So once again, we're going to go into, I'm going to go couple by couple instead of scene by scene. So today I want to start with the final couple that I've been waiting to see on screen for the longest, is Sean, and I think her name is Sarah. Is Sean and Sarah. Yes, Sean and Sarah. So they're in a restaurant, and Miss Girl here is now talking about getting a BBL. Like, I don't understand what happened now all of a sudden that everybody and their mama wants to get a BBL. But girl, you just got your titties done. You just got a tummy tuck. Now you want to get your ass did. And it's like, where is all this money? Like, you're spending up all this bread getting all these surgeries. And it had me confused, like, holy shit, girl, like, you want to do another surgery, and you're going to chop it up to insecurity. Now, I understand that it, like, you want to change some things about you, but you just got another surgery. Sean, he's more worried about her going back into addiction of taking pills, and then he starts accusing this bitch. I think that you're only doing all these surgeries so you can get fed, so you can just, keep on with using pills. And she's looking at him crazy. Even I was looking at him a little crazy, like I understand what you're trying to say, but you're basically telling her that you think that she's being a drug addict, literally. And it's so weird, because like with Sean, he looks to me, and it's fitting because we're in December, but Sean, he looks like a Who from Whoville. Now, I don't know if it is the beard, the mustache that looks like that, and he needs to like dye it, But even when he shaved it, he looks like a Who from Whoville. His nose always looks red. He always looks. He looks like that's the best way I can say it. He looks like a Who from. He looks like a fox. Yeah, he looks like a fox, like a old cat or something. And I'm just like, okay, so you think that she's gonna do she's gonna do drugs again, because she's keep doing all these surgeries, but you're the one that's paying for all these surgeries. So if you don't pay for the surgery, she's not gonna get it done, right? But Sean, he seems like he's a bit of a pushover. From the last season when I watched him, his ex-wife, his ex-girlfriend, they were hounding that man for money every single chance that they got. So it seems to me that whenever, she tells him she wants something done, he pays for it and gets it done. Let's move forward into more scenes with him and Sarah. They are now driving back to the house. This dude, which then started getting me upset. He tells Sarah that he's gonna wait in the car until she gets her mom out the house because he don't like her. She goes in the house. She says, the mom asks, so he's not gonna come in? She's like, no, he doesn't want to come in until you're gone. And the whole reason why this man is treating this girl's mother like this is because Sarah in the last season told her mother to lie for her when her baby daddy got out of jail and wanted to meet up with their daughter. So she didn't want at the time Sean to know that, that she was meeting up with her baby daddy. And she told the mom to lie. The mother, you can tell in the scene, they even show a flashback of the mother telling Sarah not to lie to Sean, to just tell him the truth. But that's her daughter, and she's going to hold her daughter down, right? Sean, for some reason, is still pissed off with the mom for lying to him instead of telling him the truth. But Sean has to understand that she's not your mother. She's just your mother-in-law. She owes you no loyalty in keeping up, in telling you what her daughter is doing. She's letting her daughter do that. And the fact that the mother made a good point was the fact that he forgave you, but he won't forgive me is weird. And it's really weird that he's having all this animosity towards her mom. And he's acting like such a bitch. And he's staying in the car. She gets out. The mother leaves. He's talking about, oh, I can't stand that bitch. I hate her. I can't stand that lady. And it's like, where are you so mad at her for? You was able to forgive Sarah and you're moving on fine with her, but you're still mad at the mother for lying. It should have been like, you should express how you feel to the mom, that you didn't appreciate her lying, but you understand that she was doing that for her daughter, and move on. And he's not being an adult about it. So yeah, I'm kind of getting, once again, some red flags from Mr. Who from Whoville. He's weird. He's a bit weird. The mustache is weird. His ex-wife calls saying, man, listen to this shit. So while he's in the car waiting for the mother to leave, like before she even left the house, he gets a call from his ex-wife. She says that she needs a couple grand to take for the kids because the kids are going to summer camp and the kids are also looking for summer jobs. And I'm like, how old are these children? She asked for a couple grand. And I said a couple. Me and Sean both said at the same time, a couple grand? What did you need all that money for? He said, I don't got it. I put all this money into my towing business. This taking all the money from me. I don't have it right now. And she then switches from asking for a couple grand to now she's asking him for a couple hundred, for $400, $500. So I was like, I thought that you wanted you a couple grands. Now you was willing to sell it for $400, $500. So it had me thinking that, bitch, you didn't really want all that couple grand. You were just trying to see what you could squeeze out of him. And it's weird to me that she was that she needed all these grants for the kids, but she then was trying to settle for $400, $500. So what did you really need the grant? Because if you really needed all of that money, then you should have stand on what you wanted and tell them that you needed that grant and that you need it now. We then, out of nowhere, Sean opens up his bank account and we see that he only has like $4 in his checking account and like I think was a $1.19 in his savings. And I was like, yo, Sean don't got no money in his bank account. How was you able to pay for dinner? How was you able to do all this stuff? Because he says that he has no money, but he was able to spend all this money on. Clearly, you see that he has a new car. He's living in a big ass house. He just paid for like 2-3 surgeries for his wife, and now she's asking for another surgery. So I'm like, do you really not have any money, or do you not have any money for your ex-wife or your other kids? Like, he's always trying to figure out a way to not be there for take care of his responsibilities. The fact that he's holding such a vendetta against Sarah's mom for no reason, and the mother is trying to put it behind so they can be cool again, and he's not trying to do that. It just seems to me that he's looking for someone to take his frustrations out on and be mad at, because he know he can't do it with Sarah. So he's trying to find somebody that he can't do it to his ex-wife Nita because she has all his kids. He can't do it to Sarah because she's his wife, she lives with him, and she has his kid. All right, y'all. So now let's get into our next couple. We're going to get into Michael and Justine. So Michael and Justine, they are with all the kids. They're all dressed in, the boys are dressed in blue, the girls are dressed in pink, and they're just basically going between the kids asking what do they think the gender of the baby is going to be. Some things say it's going to be more, think it's going to be a girl, others think it's going to be, a couple says it's going to be a boy. They all then pack up, they get into the little Sprinter van, and they all drive to the gender reveal party. They get in, and I'm like, damn, this is kind of big. Booked them a big ass place. I was like, damn, it's kind of empty. But I was like, you know what? They probably are the first ones there to just make sure everything's ready and ready to go. And I'm like, damn, like it's probably gonna be a lot of people's gonna be here for that gender reveal. And I was correct, because mad people started showing up. Cousins, grandmothers, aunties, uncles, all friends, people, ex-cons that was with Michael in prison came and everything. I was like, damn, they got a lot of people that came to this gender reveal. The sister and everything is the one that did all of the preparation for the gender reveal. Justine gave her permission to know the sex of the baby, the gender of the baby, and she knows, and she has everything prepared. Justine lets the sister know what the mom did in the previous episode and gave them a gift, and it was a DNA test. And the sister is shocked that the mom even did that, and she's even apologizing on the mom's behalf. And next thing you know, the devil incarnated walks right into the place with a whole pink shirt, pink everything on, and the sister says, "Mom, let's go over to the side and talk." She tells the mom it's not okay what she did to Justine, giving her a DNA test, and that she need to let it go and everything. That Justine has held Michael down for the longest, and that she's been there for Michael, and she has to accept it, and that's his wife. And the mom is just like, I guess after that, the mom just pipes down and just says, okay. She says, you need to go apologize to Justine. And the mom goes and walks her ass over to Justine and says, I'm sorry, I meant nothing by it. You know what I've been through and this and that. And I'm like, girl, like, I don't care what you've been through. What have you done to get over what you've been through? Because if you're not over something, then you need to figure out a way to get over it. Because that shit didn't happen to you. It happened to your brother. Okay? So you need to stop punishing other people that come into your children's life and want to make sure that everything is good. Because then one of Michael has a younger brother, and he walked in with his little girlfriend and everything. So it had me thinking, that is she gonna do that to Michael's sister and Michael's other brother when they have kids? She's probably not gonna do that to Michael's sister. But she'll probably do it to Michael's brother. It's like she does. It's like she has something. Like she doesn't trust any woman that comes near her sons, and it's weird. It's weird because you're only basing it by what happened to your brother. Like you need to let that shit go. If not, you're probably not gonna see any of your grandkids. So they're ready now to start the gender reveal. Next thing I know, I'm like, yo, a pink and a blue luchador came out. I swear. I was like, are they doing a luchador wrestling style gender reveal? Yes, they were. And the blue kind of was trying to act like it was fighting back. The pink luchador bubble was trying to fight back. I know, it sounds crazy how I'm saying it, but once you see what I'm talking about, yeah, it's like literally two boobas. It's literally two boobas fighting. Pink and blue. The blue lost, and Justine and Michael are having a girl. So now it's going to be in the middle. They're going to have 4 boys and 4 girls now. So, moving forward, let's start with our next couple, because that's all that we had with Justine and Michael. Went along pretty smooth. Oh, before I even go do that, Michael did talk to his daughter about them moving to Vegas. She confronted him, and he said that, this is just the best move I have to do to make money. He said, like, my best option is going to Vegas and making as much money as possible can, and I have a really good opportunity to do that, and he's going to do it. The daughter then says, the daughter is like, she understands, it's very mature, she understands and everything, but she says, like, don't keep anything from me. Let me know what you're doing. Let me know your moves. Let me know your plans. So that's also something. Also, I have been following Michael and Justine outside on their Instagram. The kids, all of Michael's kids, they went and visited them for Vegas for the summertime. So yeah, all of Michael's kids was in Vegas sometime this summer. So they've definitely been to Vegas. Everybody's been to Vegas. Now we can let's go into Aris and Cameron. So Aris. I said that in my last episode before it got taken down, that Cameron was being very, very nasty and mean to Aris for no reason, even though she is a woman that is basically 8.5 months pregnant, about to give birth. She's about to get evicted from her home, and she's looking for a new place to be comfortable in. And it seems like Cameron isn't taking things seriously. She's upset with him because he's at a strip club spending up all the money that they can be using to get a new home, and he's throwing it around on basically a stripper. And when she confronts him, instead of him taking up the responsibility and trying to be like, I'm sorry, he just basically acts like an ass to her. Tells her, stop stressing on me and the baby. Then go ahead. She you don't even have to come home. He said, fine, I won't have to come home. You bothering me anyway. So now we're in the home. Aris is on the couch. Cameron is like a dog with his tail tucked between his legs, sitting there like, is there anything you want to talk about? And she's just like, no. Is there anything you need to talk about? She's really being hard, not giving in. He knows that he fucked up. He then tells her, look, I'm sorry. Yesterday I wasn't Cam. Yesterday I was OG Cam, my rapper character, and I was really trying to do my thing. And she's just still not hearing it. She's mad at him, as she rightfully should be. She's mad. All this whole entire time that she was trying to get you to understand what the fuck was going on, you was trying to act like an ass to her. So now they get in the car. He said, come on, let me take you somewhere. She gets in the car and they drive into this place. They get in there and there's a photographer, there's a whole photo shoot. She's just like, what's going on? He's like, this is for us, baby. She looks around. She said, is this my maternity shoot? He said, yeah. Aris is happy as shit. She's like, oh, she's all like emotional and everything. She looks to her right, and she sees a dress that she's been looking at for the longest and wanted, and Cameron got it for her. And she's even more emotional, and she, looks like, everything is good. Her and Cameron go put on their little maternity shoot clothes, and they go and start taking their little maternity pictures. Even Lena gets in on the action. He got her dress and everything. She's doing her little kidly photos, and they look all cute and everything. She says, he's halfway out the doghouse of doing this for her, but she's still worried about trying to get her home. He tells her, don't worry about it. Trust me, I got this covered. And, Aris, she's still worried, but she wants to have faith in Cameron that he's going to do the right thing and get them the home and get her the home that she wants. And yeah, y'all, that's all of the scenes that we had with Aris and Cameron. Like, it was very, very brief that we was with them. Like, it was just one scene and then we were done. So we're gonna get into, oh my God, son, Melissa and Louie. Today is Melissa and Louie. Today is Louie's final day working at the pizzeria, and then he's going to then be on his way to New Jersey. He decides that he's going to drive there instead of fly this time, which had me like, why not just fly there and make it a whole lot more easier on yourself? But he wants to drive, so he's a grown-ass man. He's going to do what he wants to do. He gets a call from Melissa, and she's telling him that she's worried. Out of nowhere, now all of a sudden, now she cares so fucking much about Louie that now she cares that something might happen to him while he's on his way to Jersey. The thing is, she's been harassing this boy for the longest now to come to Jersey. She didn't care how he got there. Then when one of the episodes he got there, he was there. Then when he got to Jersey and surprised her, she was so like disinterested and mean to him. Like, what are you doing here? I wasn't expecting you to be here. This and that. And she was then wanted to act like, he was such a nuisance to being there. Now, all of a sudden, she switches up, and now she's worried about him getting arrested or getting in any type of trouble while driving to New Jersey. And I understand that is a genuine concern. I never said that, that she has no right to feel that way. But it's weird to me now all of a sudden that you think that this man is going to get in so much trouble now just for driving from where he's at to New Jersey. As long as he does what he's supposed to do and obeys the law and he drives properly and doesn't fuck up, he should be fine. The fact that she now is trying to baby him when she was the whole time she was telling him that he needs to be a man, he needs to step up, he needs to do his own thing. Now she's concerned. She's so concerned that in the next scene, right? That in the next scene, Louie is with his mom. He's packing up his shit. He's ready to go. Of course, his mother, Donna, she's emotional. Because she doesn't want her to go because he's only been out for like a couple months. And she feels like he's leaving her because he's been gone for 10 years and he's just going to up and leave. Like, she said that she's happy for him that he's going, but she's sad because she didn't get to spend as much time as she would like with him before he just upped and left to New Jersey. She then gets a call from Melissa, of all people. Melissa calls this woman, even though she's been talking shit about this woman to her family, in front of to Louie, to the producers, to us. All she's been doing is complaining about this woman, and she FaceTimes this woman and asks this woman, can you please drive with Louie to New Jersey so that he doesn't get into any trouble? Can you please do that? I'm like, so now you're fine with his mother being with him? Now you're okay with his mom following him where to New Jersey because you don't want him to get in trouble and you feel like something's going to happen. This whole entire time, like I said, you've been trying to tell him that he needs to step up and be a man. And this is time now he's going to do that. He's going to drive all the way from his mom's house to your house by himself, no help, doing his own thing. And now you're like, well, no, I don't trust that. I don't think you can do it. So I want your mom to be there. I'm like, what? I'm like, yo, she got to be the most hypocritical, most stressful lady I've ever seen on television. And I could see like she probably would make more Louie's teeth fall out if he didn't get them done. Because it's wild to me that she's been talking so much craziness about this man mom and how he's always getting babied by his mom. And how his mom is always up his ass and never lets him do anything. To now you're calling the woman, you don't like this woman at all. And now you're telling her to accompany him to the thing. He doesn't even want his mom there. He wants to do his own thing. And then he says, what are you going to do? Because when my mom doesn't want to leave Jersey. She then has the nerve to then say, well, your mom can't stay here at my house. She got to find her own place to stay. I said, oh my God, you fine with the woman driving hours and hours and days to Jersey with her son, but then she can't stay in your house though. She got to go. She got to get the fuck on. Okay, bitch. It's wild. That girl is crazy. Louie needs to run as fast as he can. Either way, that is all of the scenes that we have with Louie and Melissa. Thank you, God. So, let's get into, because I did say last time in my last episode, which is now gone, that I wasn't going to talk about Lindsay and Blain, but there is a few things about Lindsay and Blain that now, after watching this episode, I do wanted to point out. Lindsay got off the phone with her lawyer saying that there's a possibility that this bitch can get 40 years in jail and she need to tighten up. She's with her friend. They're talking about it, blah, blah, blah. She has her daughter now living with her and Blain and their son, okay? So now they're living as a family. Lindsay, she of course she's naturally worried about going back to jail. But the thing that had me a little bit confused with Lindsay is that she is aware that there's a possibility that she can go to jail for a long fucking time. So she says that if she does go to jail, at least she wants to make sure that her daughter is fine with Blain. Which has me a little bit like, do you really want to put that much responsibility on Blain? Now, to me, Blain, he doesn't seem like, he's not all the way, like, stupid to me, but he doesn't seem like he's, like, all the way up there. You know, he doesn't seem like he's not the sharpest tool in the shed, but he does seem like he's a good father to his son because he's been taking care of his son for a very long time since the mother doesn't want anything to do with the child. So, with a son, I think he's good with his son because the son is a splitting image of Blain. He acts just like Blain. He talks just like Blain. That nigga spit him out, okay? The daughter does not like Blain. The daughter, when she asked the daughter, would you be fine with me marrying Blain? The daughter said, no, mom, I would not be happy with that. So, clearly, the daughter is uncomfortable with Blain and doesn't really like Blain. She probably sees exactly what I see in Blain, that he's a doofus, that he's just there. He's just there. And I love you, Lindsay. I love you, Lindsay. You know I love you, Lindsay. That's Blain. Blain is like, whatever Lindsay's doing, Blain is fine with. I love you. That's all. I just want to be with you, Lindsay. That's what Blain's goal is. Take care of his son and love Lindsay. So, Lindsay, then there's another scene of Lindsay. She's going to the jewelry store with her homegirl. Her homegirl pick out this chain, this steel chain, this sterling silver chain, right? And I looked at the chain. She asked the jeweler man, how much does it cost? He says $200. I looked at that chain. I said, bitch, I know you fucking lying. Because if I go on Amazon right now, that bitch can get that exact same chain for at least $50 to $90 on Amazon. You got me fucked up if you think I'm going to be paying $200 for a little ass chain, a little ass wonky ass, light ass chain like that. Like literally, you could go on Amazon and she could buy that exact same chain for $50. Like what the fuck is you spending $200? And then you also saying that it's above your means as well. She should have immediately took her as bitch. You could have got that shit on Shein and Temu for like $2 if you wanted to. Like you're not spending. There's no way. It's $200 for that chain. You got ain't no fucking way. That was a ripoff. Nah. That is all of the scenes that we have with Lindsay and Blain for this episode. Like it was we had 2 scenes with them, and then that was that. Next, let's get into Biggie 1, Biggie 2, Joynomi and Red. I'm going to be as tame as I possibly can, but I'm not going to censor myself because someone felt that I was making fun of big people or whatever. Joynomi is a big bitch. So is Red. They're both big. That's not harassment. That is literally fact. If you're fat, you're fat. If you're big, you're big. If you're chunky, you're chunky. That's all 3 of them in one. That whole family, Joynomi's family and Red's family, all of them are big. That's a big family. The only person that's not big in that family is her son Sway. Now, Joynomi and Red. Joynomi is in the house. She just got back from work. She's chilling with Red. I think so. Yeah. So then she goes and she takes Red out to the sushi. She wants to take Red out to go get sushi, right? Joynomi and Red, he meets her brother. I forgot what her brother's name is. Maybe I think it was Chris or something. I might be wrong. But her brother, he's like a year older than her. So they're almost there. He asked Red, so you like my sister? Do you like that little boy in there? He says, I do. Like, Red's like, I do. Like, that little boy calls me father and calls me dad and all that, and I love that. And I'm going to do what I can to support Joynomi and that child because I want to make this work. I want to be a family. Joynomi and Red, they leave Sway with the brother, and then they go off to the sushi restaurant. They get there, and they're sitting down about to eat them a whole table full of food, because I know that they're about to eat them a refrigerator load of food. So, while they're just sitting down ordering their little sushi and everything, Red then brings up that he wants to go to Missouri. Joynomi asks him, you mean like move back or like visit? He says, I want to visit. I want to, my sister called. She asked me to come back, and I want to do that. Joynomi then flips the script, which I knew that she was going to do, and says, and are you going to bring me and Sway? What about us? Are you going to bring us? You didn't even ask if you just was planning to go there by yourself. And I'm saying it, and in my head, I'm like, bitch, Red's family does not fucking like you, okay? They already known you as the big bitch that stole their son from Christmas. That's what you are. You know how the Grinch stole Christmas? The big bitch that stole my son. That's what you're known as, okay? So I'm pretty sure his mom does not want to see your big ass anywhere around her house. Okay, and I'm pretty sure that she doesn't want to see your son neither at right now. They probably would still be nice to your son, but they don't fucking like you. The sister don't like you. The cousins don't like you. The mother don't like you. You literally took this man away from his family 4 days as soon as he got out of jail and moved him down here, and he's been gone from them for a whole month. Okay? And now you're like, well, you should be wanting to bring us there so that we can meet the family and everything. And it's not going to go well. And you know what's going to happen if he was to bring you there and meet his family? They will make your ass cry, because that's all you do in every episode is cry. Cry, cry, cry. Like, that's all you do. So the fact that you are so, like, you're upset with him wanting to go visit his family, but he doesn't want to bring you right now, it should be, you should let him go see his family, try and see if he can, you know, rekindle that relationship, fix things with his family first, and then bring you along. Now, his shit is still broken over there. His family's still mad that that he left so soon and left with your ass to New Mexico of all places. So the fact that Joynomi was upset about that, and then she started like flipping it, like Joynomi, I noticed, is a manipulator. When she feels that, you know, she can make it seem like Red is being selfish, she pulls this, oh, we always gotta do what you want to do, what Red wants to do, what about me, what about my feelings? And it's like, bitch, he's been considerate about your feelings. He's taking care of a son that's not yours, that's not even his, okay? Like, that's a big step, because I know a lot of niggas that would never take over and be another child's father, and it's not theirs, okay? There's a lot of men that would not do that. So the fact that Red was even willing to do that after you cheated on him with 3 different men and don't know who the father is, and you literally started some shit with his family, and now the family hates him and her and you should be happy. You literally pulled him away from his family, and he has nobody there but you. And I think that's what Joynomi wants. The fact that he is away, and that she has him all to herself, and that her insecurities of other women and stuff would evaporate, and she'll be fine. There'll be a big happy family, and that's not the case. She's upset. She starts shit with Red in the sushi. She's like, that, oh, you're not going to bring us? That's kind of fucked up, this and that. He doesn't understand. Like, and she says, I just think that he just doesn't want to, you know, bring me around his family. Of course not. So Red walks out the sushi bar, and he's like, you know what, I need to take a break. And he leaves her there sipping on some ice water while the food is there getting cold. I'm like, I know you're going to return back and make sure that you eat all that food, because I know you're not going to turn down no meal. Especially the fact that Joynomi is paying for the food anyway, because Red don't got no damn job or no income coming in. Then, let's move forward. We at Joynomi's house. It's been like a day or two after they got into the argument at the sushi bar. Joynomi is, of course, she's crying. She's upset. Because she says that, because she's like, stop texting girls on your phone. You need to stop doing that. Why you keep texting girls? You know I don't like that. And I'm just like, yo, some of the girls and I get it, that Red cheated on her. So, and maybe she's still not aware of it, and he hasn't told her about Julie. I don't remember if he even to let her know that he was cheating on her with Julie. But Red is like, I'm over this. Like, you're crazy. Like, you're upset. You're emotional. Of course, there you go crying with them whale tears again, with them blubbery tears. Like, I'm not here for that. And he walks out. Another thing that upsets me about Red is that Red, he wears his pants so fucking low to the point that they're under his butt. And the fact that he wears underwear, and he wears basketball shorts, and he wears jeans all at the same time. It's like, what do you need all that for? Like, the only time I wear an extra undergarment is if it's cold outside, or if a bitch need to keep that pad in when they on their menstrual cycle. So I don't understand, like, why he got on all the extra articles of clothing, because it makes them look bigger, it makes them look even bigger. And it makes him walk like he's there's something, like his feet are fucked up. Like, if he just pulled up his pants, he would be able to walk better. I never understood why he wears his pants that low. It's annoying. It's kind of like disgusting, because it makes it look like he shit himself. Like, come on, Red, step up. Like, come on, tighten up, boy. What are you doing? Like, you look crazy. You out here in New Mexico walking around like that. So Joynomi comes out, and she's making these dry ass mustard and mayonnaise ass sandwiches for, I guess they're going to the park and shit. She's upset with Red as usual because there are women texting him, there's girls texting him. She's like, "Stop texting girls. You're always texting girls. Like, I don't like that. This and that. Why are you doing this to me?" And Red is like, "Bitch, like, these girls are my friends. Like, I don't have no friends. I don't have anybody here except for you." And these girls were down for me while I was in jail. These girls gave me money. These girls they still have my back. And he just has enough, and he walks out the house and he calls one of his homegirls, another bestie. I don't know how many fucking besties you got, Red, but you looking, you like where you got, and you don't got no homeboys? Or what's going on? So he calls his homegirl. He's just telling her that how Joynomi's tripping and how she don't want him to have any friends that are girls, and the girl's like, "Well, she has to understand that I've been there for you the whole entire time when you were in jail for the whole 10 years. I did that whole 10 years with you." And she doesn't understand, and I'm still going to be there after you're out. So if she doesn't like that, then she can kick Rock. And he said, "You know what? I'm going to take me a plane ride to back to Missouri so I can see you and hang out with you." I said, "Oh God, he about to go fuck around on this bitch." And he walks back in. He walks back in after talking to his friend, and yeah, Joynomi's doing them dry ass sandwiches, and she's telling him to respect him. He's like, "Can we talk about this later? Like, your family's about to come over here, and your family's about to come, and I'm about to meet all of them." And she's like, "No, I want to talk about it now, Red." Okay, and then her chin is, everything is moving, and she's like, "I want to talk about it now, Red, because you don't respect me." Crying and shit. And I'm just like, man, can we speed this up? Okay, you're upset that he's talking to females, but you cheated on him with 3 different dudes, and you don't know who the father is, and you are pinning this baby on him now. You need to be quiet and shut up. Joynomi is a very annoying ass girl. She cries too much. Nobody wants to deal with a bitch that cries all the time. Nobody wants to deal with an overly emotional bitch, because that's how, niggas go and do their own thing and go cheat and shit, because a bitch is always constantly crying and complaining all the time. Nobody wants that. Nobody likes a complainer. Nobody likes a crybaby all the time. And that's what Joynomi is, a crybaby and a complainer. And that is only the episodes that we have with Joynomi and Red. Finally, let's make sure that I covered everybody. Finally, the last and final couple that was in this episode is Kyrock and old girl Brittany. Brittany's not really doing too much in these scenes. She's just there as background. But this is more focused like the last episode with Kyrock and his family issues. Kyrock's brother, it has come over to eat food with them. And the mom, Kyrock, Brittany, they go and they stage a little intervention, and they're talking to him about him trying to change his life. The brother, he's upset because he doesn't want to hear that, and he's literally tells Kyrock that he blames the mom and his father for all the things that he's going through. He said that he's depressed. He's depressed, anxiety, all the whole 9 yards. He's going through all that because he said he blames the mother and the father for that. And now he's resorting to partying a lot and doing drugs. And he gets upset with Kyrock's. He gets upset with at Kyrock's mom, basically his mother, and he walks outside. Kyrock follows him. He says, "Look, I care about you. We're just worried. And, I'm willing to walk this path with you and do whatever it takes to get you back on the right foot. And I no matter what it takes, I'm going to be here for you because I know you'll do the same for me." And the brother's like, "Yeah, I would." So he says, "Go back inside and apologize to mommy, and let's start trying to get this shit fixed." And he goes inside and he goes and hugs his mom, he apologizes, and they go and eat. And yeah, it's very, very brief, very, very brief with Kyrock and Brittany. because that's all of the scenes that we have with Kyrock and Brittany. Like, they trying to get this brother back on the right path. Like, he's resorted back to drugs, and now they need to try. They want to try and fix him. Well, not fix him, but try to get him better. And yeah, that is all that we have for Love After Lockup this week. Love After Lockup this week was, thank God that we didn't have Chance and Taylor. We got a break from them. We finally got introduced to the last and final couple, which was Sean and Sarah. And now we should see more episodes. We should see more of them in more scenes now, because there is something brewing between Sean and that mom. There's also, I do want to see what else happens with Justine and Michael. I'm also very curious because we went from, Kyrock getting out of jail and him dealing with Britney's shit and her crying all the time, to now, like, he's going through, like, some serious, like, family issues and all that. Come find out, like, Kyrock had a twin brother that died at birth as well. So that family has gone through a lot for a long time, since Kyrock was born. Also, like, Joynomi and Red will always be a couple I will talk about to the end of time, because Joynomi is the biggest and is the biggest hypocrite ever. Okay, so yeah, I really do appreciate you guys for listening. Like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out, y'all.
Big thing, small thing, I'm winding up on all thing. Short thing, tall thing, I'm winding up on all thing, and it's thing.